Yeah, guys, what I'm doing to get the angle of these bricks, I'm tying the string to my batten, putting the brick behind the string, marking it, and then dropping down 15mm, which allows for my undercloak to be bedded in and not to protrude this, so it'll be like continuous, a nice flat surface. I'm hoping. Yeah, that's the way I figured it, guys. Right, let's just get these last few in, and this is one side finished. I've tied them in, put brick ties all the way up. Now I'm not bothering tracing out this tiny little bit of wall. It's only from here, it's all to the wall, and up here I'm going to just be putting in these guys and tying them in. So yeah, let's go. Right guys, as you can see, I've finished one corner and I've made a tiny little mistake there. You can see that gap. I should have really cut the brick to that gap, but I'm going to try and do it on the other side. I'm going to try and explain how I've ended up with it looking like that, guys, because you have to, because if you stuck your tiles on and it was just a straight line all the way down without that kick up, like the tile would be kicking down. It needs to be sitting up, guys. So I've stuck the undercloak, which is hanging over 55mm. Then they say you're not supposed to go any more than 50mm over, but I'm rendering 15mm, so it's going to be a 40mm overhang. There's going to be like a 9mm fascia going on that. It's probably going to sail over about 30mm. So yeah, but once I put all my ends on and stuff like that, it's going to hide everything. Hopefully it's going to turn out right. I couldn't find anywhere on the internet that explained like how to do this, guys, so I've had to make it up myself. What I'll probably do there is maybe put some expanding foam, or I'll fill it in with some cement. I'll figure that out. But the other side I'm going to do a little bit like different. I'm going to cut the brick at that angle so I won't have a gap like that. But it's got overhead vents stuck to this fascia, plus it's got like a eaves protection tray. I don't know if you can work it out, guys, but that's it there. Again, I'm going to explain it to you guys like how I've got this all set. But yeah, this side's all done, it's ready to be rendered. Now I'm going to put a stop bead along this wall, 15mm stop bead. I'm going to put my angles on here, like me external like beads there. I've got a 15mm, and then all I've got to do is just run like a straight edge up there. I'm going to be putting in some fibre mesh. I'm probably going to purchase like a Raffina float, like a power float, only because I've got to do the whole of the house and the garage, so it's worth the investment, guys. I figured I'm going to do that. But I purchased loads of tools like spatulas and derbies and stuff like that, and just because I've never done it before, I'm just going to give it a go, guys. But it's all tied in now, it's bomb proof, it's not moving. Right guys, I'm about to tie in all my end tiles here. I'm going to be cementing them in, then nail them down. And what I've done, I've knocked up a 3-in-1, guys, and I've used 2 sand, 1 sharp and 1 cement. I've done it in buckets, so I can't go wrong. I'm using a gauging trowel, guys, and when you put it on, you've got to kind of get it into a consistency of like a sausage, and then away you go. Let's see how we get on. These tiles are not very good. These are Ludlows, and they've got all little minor discrepancies with them. 2 more and that's it for today. I'm nailing every one in, guys. You used to be able to do like every three rows you'd nail them in, but they say you've got to nail them all in. I've left one because there's a knot in the batten, so that don't matter. It's okay. It's as far as I can go because I need to put my undercloak in over here, this side, and I need to figure out where I'm going to be cutting my tiles. I've dried laid it all the way along, guys, and I know that I've got to cut my tile, and it'll be on this ridge here, which is perfect. So that'll work out. And there you go, that didn't take too long. Happy days. Right, what you see me doing here, I've gone back to where I've laid my first tiles and I'm pushing in like the last bit of cement I've got because it's gone even stiffer now, so it's enabling me to really start fine tuning the ending. And once you've satisfied that you got it in nice and flat, guys, you put a really damp sponge to it and just lightly go over it and polish it up, and it comes up lovely. One thing I will say is when you've bed this first row of tiles in, make sure that you maybe put 1 or even possibly 2 rows after it, because if you don't, like, it's going to set and you won't be able to lift these tiles up, guys. So put your first row in and then you put your second row in because you have to lift your tiles up to get them in. And then by the time you get to your third tile, you won't be disturbing the tiles that you set in concrete. And then you can do what I'm doing, go back, tie it all in, and it'll be rock solid, guys. I hope that helps.